Hey, I've got some exciting news to share. You won't believe it.
Hold on, Alice, what's this I hear about an argument with my sisters?
It's nothing, really. It's just that they keep showing up unannounced with their kids. And they practically clean out our fridge. I got fed up and I told them about it very politely, but they mocked me, Nathan. You won't believe, Juliet called me childless.
Come on, Alice, they practically raised me. Besides, I buy the groceries, so what's the problem?
Nathan, you rarely buy groceries. I'm the one who ends up restocking everything most of the time.
Well, that's because I don't have time. And that's not the point, Alice. You shouldn't have issues with my sisters. They're family.
Family or not, boundaries are important, Nathan. Julie really hurt my feelings, and Jess just stood there laughing.
You should be used to them by now. Deal with it.
You know I didn't text you to start a fight, dear. I have some good news.
You're pregnant?
Gosh, no. Okay, I bought a house for my parents.
You what? Where'd you get money for that?
It's from my business, Nathan. I've been doing really well, and I wanted to do something special for my parents.
You can't just buy a house without discussing it with me first. What a waste of money, Alice.
Nathan, they're my parents, and they mean the world to me. They've always supported us, and I wanted to give back to them. Plus, they deserve a comfortable place to live. You said it yourself last year that the house they lived in sucked.
I didn't say you should get them a house. They should fend for themselves, Alice. You can't just throw money away like this.
I understand your concern, but I used my own money, and I thought it would be a great way to take care of my parents in their retirement. My parents are important to me. I couldn't stand seeing them struggle anymore.
I'm your husband, Alice. You need to inform me of every decision you make.
Nathan, I thought you'd be happy for me. This was supposed to be good news. I can't believe you're reacting like this. You're making me regret my decision.
Suit yourself. I don't have to be thrilled about it.
I thought you'd understand that I wanted to do something special for my parents.
We'll talk about it later. I need some time to think.
I didn't think I needed to ask for permission. I just wanted to make my parents happy.
We'll talk later, Alice.
Fine, Nathan. I just wish you could see how important this is to me.
Alice, I can't believe how huge this house is. It's amazing.
Really? I thought you said I was wasting my money.
Don't get me wrong, Alice. At first, I had my doubts, but seeing it in person changes everything. This place is incredible. I can't believe you got this for just your parents. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
Really? I knew you'd like it once you saw it in person. Oh, honey, I'm so relieved.
You know, Alice, I love you so much. I appreciate what you've done for your parents.
I love you too, Nathan. It means a lot that you're supportive now.
You know, I've been thinking, since this house is so big, we could all live here together. You, me, and your parents?
Move in with my parents? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, Alice, it makes sense. We could all be one big happy family. Don't need to go visit them every time. They'll be with us 24/7.
That sounds different, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea.
Alice, I thought you'd want this. Besides, it's a great way for us to be able to take care of your parents in their old age.
Well, I do love having my parents around, but it's a big step. And what about our house?
Don't worry, we'll sell it and invest the profits. Everything will be fine.
Nathan, I need some time to think about all of this. It's a big decision.
Of course, take your time, but I really think this is the best decision for us. We'll be one big, happy family under one roof.
All right, Nathan. If you think it's best, I agree. You know how much I love having my parents around. I'm sure they would love to live with us too.
Great, and you know what, Alice? Since I came up with this brilliant idea, I think we should put the new house in my name. It'll make things a lot easier.
In your name? But it was my money, Nathan.
I know, but this way it'll be our family home. We're a couple who love each other. We share anything.
I don't know. You know it's a gift from my parents. Shouldn't it be in my name?
Come on, love. It's just a formality. We're married after all. And besides, it's easier for me to handle things if it's in my name. Trust me, it's the best way to protect our investment.
Well, if you say so, Nathan. I trust you.
That's my girl. I'll take care of everything. I've even found a buyer for our old house.
So fast? You're amazing, Nathan. Everything is falling into place.
See, everything is working out perfectly. And you'll see, this will be the best decision we've ever made. Alice, can you please talk to your dad about the TV volume? It's like he's watching a rock concert in there.
Nathan, he's hard of hearing. You know that. Why don't you use headphones?
Headphones? Why should I be inconvenienced because of him?
He's my father. He lives here too.
Whatever, and your mom left the lights on again? It's like a disco in the house.
She sometimes forgets. You can just turn them off.
I shouldn't have to do that every time I walk into a room.
It's a simple thing. Why are you making a big deal out of it?
And your parents' cooking smells linger in the house for hours. It's nauseating.
What's with the complaints, Nathan? They're just making their meals. They're your in-laws and it's their home too. You know what's a big deal, Nathan? Your sister's crashing here without notice. They treat here like it's a playground.
They're family too. What's wrong with that? If the house can fit your parents, they should stop complaining about my sisters coming over.
That's not the same. You know they bring their kids and they mess up the whole place. It's not easy cleaning a house as big as this, you know?
Everything. This place is turning into a circus with your whole family.
Nathan, this was your idea. You said we should all live together.
Well, I thought it would be different. Your parents should be in a retirement home, not here. They're a burden to us.
How can you say that? They raised me. They're your in-laws. Your family too. Now you want to kick them out?
I'm just being practical, Alice. This situation is getting out of hand.
Nathan, please. I can't take this anymore. You love me, but you always make me feel bad about myself. You criticize my clothes, my friends, my parents, everything.
I'm just trying to make our lives better, Alice. You should appreciate that.
I love you so much, Nathan, but I can't let you treat my parents this way. They deserve respect and love in our home.
Well, maybe we should reconsider living with them. It's causing me too much stress.
No, Nathan, I won't abandon my parents. They're a part of my life and I won't let you push them away.
Fine, do what you want, but don't expect me to put up with this forever.
Nathan, I want us to work this out, but not at the expense of my family.
Your parents are not supposed to be my problem.
You know what? I need some time alone. I can't do this anymore. Nathan, we need to talk about your sisters.
Oh, not this again.
They came over again with their kids, and it was chaos. You should have seen how they left the place.
Alice, they're just having fun with their kids. You should be more understanding. And their family, Alice. What's the big deal?
The big deal is that they disrespected my parents. Jess called my mom the mother of a barren child because my mom told her to be careful around the stairs. That's not okay.
They were just joking. You're too sensitive.
Joking? Nathan, your sisters have been mocking me ever since we got married. And it's a joke? You don't see me mocking them for being single moms, do you?
Come on, Alice. You're lucky to have me and my family. You should be grateful for everything we do for you.
Grateful? What's that supposed to mean?
I let you and your parents stay in this house, remember?
What the hell does that even mean? I bought this house.
But my name is on the paperwork.
You're telling me this because I asked you to talk to your sisters? What they said was unacceptable. I won't let anyone disrespect my parents, not even your sisters. You must talk to them.
Remember? I won't, Alice. They're my sisters, and they can do as they please.
Well, I won't stand by and let them disrespect my family. If you won't talk to them, then I will.
Do whatever you want, Alice, but don't expect me to support you in this.
Nathan, what's going on? Why are my parents outside with their bags? What's going on?
I've decided it's time for you and your parents to find your own place to live.
What? Nathan, this is our house. I bought it.
Alice, the house is in my name, and any lawyer will back me on this. I have every right to boot you out. You've got no claim.
You didn't contribute a penny to this house, Nathan. That's not fair.
Life isn't always fair, Alice. I married someone as frustrating as you with terrible in-laws.
Nathan, please think about this. You can't just send us out like this, Nathan. This is our home. We're family. How could you even think of doing this to me and my parents?
I already have. It's time for you to be responsible for your parents. You three can crawl back into the gutter where you belong.
I can't believe you're doing this, Nathan. After everything we've been through?
It's for the best, Alice. I need my space, and I can't have your parents living here anymore.
You're heartless, Nathan. How can you be so cruel to my parents?
You're not my problem. You and your parents need to leave.
You heartless, controlling... I can't believe I ever loved you.
Love? What a joke! Love? You think you're so high and mighty? Got a big house without my permission, crammed your parents into the house, always complaining about my sisters?
I'm sick of you.
Suit yourself, Alice. I'll be just fine without you and your parents.
Fine. If that's how you want it, then we'll leave. But this is the end for us, Nathan. I can't be with someone so heartless and selfish.
Suit yourself, Alice. I'll be just fine without you and your parents.
Goodbye, Nathan. You've shown your true colors today.
Alice? Something strange is happening? There are people moving into the house?
Really? That's odd. I wonder what's going on.
You don't know anything about this?
No, Nathan. Why would I?
But you were living there before, and now someone else is moving in? Is this a prank or something?
Oh, Nathan. You really should have paid more attention to the paperwork.
What do you mean?
Well, Nathan, I didn't want to tell you before, but I sold the house 1 week before you kicked us out.
What? You couldn't have sold the house without my signature.
That's the thing, Nathan. The house was never in your name.
What are you talking about? We agreed to put it in my name.
Yes, we did agree, but I changed my mind.
Changed your mind? You can't just change ownership like that.
The house was never in your name, Nathan. I had it in my mother's name from the beginning.
What? That can't be right. I remember signing the documents.
You signed a document, Nathan, but it wasn't for the house. I had planned to put it in your name, but I changed my mind.
Wait, what are you saying?
You see, Nathan, I had everything planned out from the beginning. I wanted to put the house in your name initially. How silly I was. I found out that you were still gambling, Nathan, despite promising me that you had stopped years ago. I couldn't trust you with our home, so I bought the house in my mother's name instead.
You're not joking?
You should have double-checked the documents before kicking us out, Nathan.
Wait, so all this time I thought it was mine?
I didn't want to tell you because I thought you'd change. But you kicked me and my parents out, Nathan. You left me no choice. You should have treated us better, Nathan. You let your greed and arrogance blind you.
You're ruining me, Alice. I'm being asked to leave the house immediately. They're threatening to call the cops?
Nathan, you made your choice when you kicked us out. You thought you could control everything. Now you have to face the consequences. Maybe it's time for you to learn some humility, Nathan.
Alice, you can't just do this to me.
Yes, Nathan, I did. And you played with our marriage and my trust. You thought you were so clever, gambling away our savings, thinking the house was your ace in the hole, but it wasn't. And now you've lost it all.
What do I do now, Alice? I have nothing left.
That's something you need to figure out on your own, Nathan. My parents and I are happy together, and we don't need you or your family's toxic behavior in our lives.
Alice, please, I beg you. I'm about to become homeless now.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you kicked me and my parents out. You see, Nathan, you underestimated me. You thought I was just a naive wife who would blindly follow you. But I'm not. I'm a businesswoman, and I've worked hard for my success. I won't let anyone, not even my own husband, jeopardize that.
I messed up, Alice. I know that now. Can we work this out?
No, Nathan. You had your chances, but you chose to lie and gamble away our future. My parents and I deserve better. You need to face the consequences of your actions.
Alice, please reconsider. I can't lose you. I messed up, I admit it, but I love you. I'll change, I promise.
It's so early in the morning for this. And no, Nathan, it's too late. I can't trust you anymore. You've broken my trust and hurt my parents. I won't go back on my decision. You kept secrets from me, gambled away our future, and then tried to kick my parents and me out of our own home. How can I trust you again?
Alice, I will do anything to make things right. We can go to therapy and work through this together.
You're the one who needs therapy. Plus, therapy won't change the fact that you are a terrible husband. You made my parents feel unwelcome in their own home. You let your sisters disrespect me and my family. Gosh, they use every opportunity to call me barren.
I know, and I hate myself for it. I was stupid and blind, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make amends.
Do you know how much you've hurt me, Nathan? I had to protect my family from your reckless behavior. I bought a new house, a better one, for my parents, and I'm living there with them.
You know I can claim half of your assets as alimony, right? I'll make sure you regret this.
Go ahead, Nathan. Claim whatever you want. But here's the truth you can't escape. All my assets are now in my mother's name. You won't get a penny.
Alice, please, I'm begging you.
You beg now? Where was the humility when you were disrespecting my parents and gambling away our future? You lied to me, Nathan, and you never stopped your gambling. You let your sisters insult me and my family. I deserve better, and so do my parents. I've been protecting myself and my family from your impulsiveness. I'm the one who's divorcing you now.
Alice, please, one more chance.
Nathan, You've had your chances, and you blew them. I can't go back to a life where I'm constantly worried about your gambling and your lack of consideration for my family.
Alice, I'll change. I swear. Please don't do this. I can't imagine my life without you. Please, Alice, please.
No, Nathan, it's over. Goodbye. Nathan let his ignorance destroy our marriage and his business. And coupled with his gambling, he lost everything, including his business. Now he's broke and homeless, living on the street. His sisters have abandoned him now that they see he has nothing left to give them. Now he's been trying to reach me, begging for a second chance. But I've moved on, surrounded by the love and support of my family. I've filed for divorce and closed the chapter on a toxic relationship. Now I live in my mansion with my dear parents, and business is doing so well. I've never been so happy in my entire life.
Oh my god, Demi. Can you believe your wedding is only 1 week away? I'm so excited for you. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, April. Yeah, I know. I can hardly believe it myself. I never thought the day would arrive, and now it's only a week away.
Well, I've got your present, so I can drop it off at yours whenever you're free. Also, I've got my dress picked out, and I think it should look okay. I just wanted your opinion on it.
A dress?
Yeah, for the wedding. It's a one-shoulder thing and light blue. I got it at that really nice dress place in town. I also managed to find some really gorgeous shoes to go with it, and they were half off as well. But it'll probably be easier to show you the whole outfit when you have a minute. I just want to make sure that I don't clash with anything or that I'm not in the same color as your bridesmaids, as that would be a little awkward, considering, that I'm not a bridesmaid.
Ugh, not this again. I told you why I didn't make you a bridesmaid. I had too many friends who I wanted to include, and I decided that it would be easier to have my friends as the bridesmaids instead of my family, as there was a nice even number of them.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. It would just have been nice to be a part of your big day in some way. But I don't mind. After all, it is your wedding.
Precisely. It is my wedding day, so you have to do what I say and what I want. Anyway, why don't you come on over now?
Really? You're not too busy? I mean, I can wait if you want me to.
No, it's fine. Me and the girls are just having a little get-together and sorting out last-minute things for the wedding. So we'll all be able to give you an opinion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sounds good. I'll be there soon then.
Great. See you then.
What the hell, Demi? Why would you just go and dump water on me like that? Are you actually insane?
Huh? Of course not. It's just, when I saw that dress, I simply thought that it looked like it belonged in the water. So I was trying to help you out. The whole blue thing really did make it seem like you were trying to mimic the ocean.
What? That's just... Are you seriously telling me that you're so mean that you purposely threw water over my dress? Just for the fun of it? If you didn't like the dress, all you had to do was say so.
Well, it's not that I didn't like the dress. It was actually a really nice dress. Although, I think it would look better on Tori than on you.
Then why did you throw water on it?
Isn't it obvious?
Clearly not, otherwise I wouldn't be asking.
Oh well. Looks like you'll have to stay home now and miss the wedding. What a shame.
Oh, so that's what all this was about. You just don't want me to be at your wedding? Are you really that petty and self-centered that you'd actually throw a glass of water over me just to get me to leave? And to make matters worse, you had to do it in front of all of your friends? To humiliate me?
Oh, honey. Yeah, I did actually. I thought it would be funny, and it was. Besides, I did try to tell you that I didn't want you at my wedding. I mean, I didn't even send you an invitation. So you'd have thought that you would have gotten the message. I couldn't have you showing up thinking that you were wanted there.
God, I honestly don't know what Brad sees in you. I mean, if this is how you treat your sister, then I'd hate to see how you treat your husband when you get into an argument.
Well, you don't need to worry about that, as it's none of your business. Besides, he's got all of the money, so I don't want to be too mean to him, just in case.
Oh, of course. Can't have the man who's paying for your entire life cut you off now, can we?
I know you're being sarcastic and everything, but I don't care. You're just jealous that I am marrying a man with quite a lot of money, and you're stuck being the poor loser you always were.
Hang on. Is that why you don't want me coming to the wedding? Because you think that I'm poor?
I don't think anything. I know you're a broke nobody. You're my sister, after all. Besides, my fiancé doesn't want you at the wedding either.
What?
Yep, Brad told me himself that he doesn't want you here. He sees you as nothing more than an annoying little pest. He also has a reputation to maintain. There are going to be lots of his rich friends and business partners at this thing, and he doesn't want a poor person getting in the way.
He does not think that, does he?
Yes, he actually does. You can even ask him yourself.
But I thought that we had a good relationship, that he liked me. Every time you brought him to Mom and Dad's house, and every time that we hung out, he seemed to like talking to me.
Well, he was just pretending. But if you don't believe me, you can ask him yourself.
Fine, I will, and I'll prove you wrong whilst I'm at it.
I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. Anyway, once me and Brad are married, it won't matter.
What do you mean by that?
Well, for starters, we'll be cutting off everyone who isn't rich or who doesn't have money. We seriously can't be having people trying to leech money off of us all the time. And by people, I mean you.
Huh?
Yeah. We can't be having some pathetic, selfish, attention-hogging little girl trying to take all of Brad's money now, can we?
I'm guessing that spot's reserved for you, is it?
Oh, you're so funny.
Anyway, there's no reason why I would want his money. I seriously don't care about it at all. And Mom and Dad will tell you the same. Besides, they won't let you kick me out of the wedding. They'll always have my back. Especially against someone as horrible as you.
Well, they might be changing their minds very soon. Especially when I tell them that if they don't let me kick you out of the wedding, then I won't fund their retirement.
What? You'd actually not help them out with their retirement simply because they told you to let me go to your wedding?
Yep. Look, I can deal with helping my parents out because they're my parents. So if I have to elevate them out of being poor, then fine. But you are on your own. If you wanted money, then you should have worked harder, shouldn't you?
What's that got to do with anything?
Duh, the whole reason why I'm marrying Brad is for his money. He's not exactly the most interesting person on the planet, don't you know? I mean, his dad owns a fairly successful business, one that brings him a decent amount of money anyway, and I want to make sure that I can live a life free of work and responsibilities. That also means that I want to get to know other people of the same status and not get dragged down and made fun of because I have a poor sister.
Well, if the people that you want to talk to are that shallow, then they're not good people, are they?
Who cares? They're rich, and so they're the kind of people I need to hang out with to maintain my popularity. And you are definitely not included in that scenario.
Why are you being so horrible? Do you really dislike me that much?
I don't just dislike you. I hate you. Before you were born, Mom and Dad gave me all of their attention and love. We were a happy family. But when you were born, they just completely ignored me and focused all of their attention on you. It wasn't fair.
I was a baby. They kind of require a bit of attention so that they don't die.
Well, whatever. It was still unfair. And so now I get to decide who gets to be in my life. I'm going to be the one who everyone is looking at on my wedding day, and you won't be there to steal any attention. Got it?
So basically, you're just jealous of me, and so you're trying to exclude me from everything?
What? Why would I be jealous of you?
I don't know. That's the problem. It's not like I asked to be born. I mean, you're supposed to be my big sister, and yet you seem to be hating me simply for being born. That's probably why you want to marry Brad as well, isn't it? You want to be able to brag to your friends that you're rich and that your husband owns a business so that you can be the center of attention. I mean, how shallow is that? You'd throw your family away over money.
Well, not all of my family. Mom and Dad can stay.
Oh gee, wow. How kind of you.
Whatever. Look, just stay away from my wedding or I'll throw another bucket of water over you. Got it? Oh, but I still want that present. It is my wedding after all. I deserve the presence and adoration of everyone on my special day, even if they are poor losers like you. At least you'll be good for something by giving me a present.
Whatever. It sounds like it's going to be a lame wedding anyways.
What? How dare you say that? My wedding would never be lame.
Yeah? Well, I think all of the pink lace and the fact that all of your guests are just going to be boring business people beg to differ.
Then save yourself the shame. Skip my wedding. My luxury wedding is not for poor people like you.
Fine, I'll skip it. But remember, you might regret this decision.
Huh? What do you mean by that? April?
April, where are you? I've just got a few questions about your sister's wedding and needed some help picking out some last-minute clothes. Do you think you could help?
Yeah, sure, Dad.
Great, I know you're all sorted for the wedding, so I don't need to ask you if you need anything, do I? Hey, maybe I could get a tie to match your dress or something?
Oh, that's sweet, Dad, but actually, I'm, not going to the wedding.
What? Why not?
Well, basically, Demi chucked a bunch of water over my dress the other day, right in front of her friends. She humiliated me and then told me that she didn't want me at her wedding, as I was poor and would make her look bad.
Hey, hang on, what? She chucked water on you? Was it an accident?
No, she did it on purpose. She also said that she basically has never loved me or wanted me to be a part of the family. Apparently, she thinks that I was an accident who ruined her life because I took all of your attention, or something like that.
Well, that's just ridiculous. You might not have been planned, but your mother and I love you so much, and we wouldn't have had it any other way. But we also love your sister. The fact that she thinks we stopped loving her the moment you were born is completely ridiculous.
Thanks, Dad. But there was something else that Demi said which has got me worried.
What is it?
Well, she said that she wouldn't help you or Mom in your retirement unless you kick me out of the family.
She said that?
Yeah. Look, I don't want to be the reason that Demi doesn't help you out. With the money that she's marrying into, she could make sure that you and Mom are comfortable in your retirement and not worrying about money or anything like that. So, if you want me to leave, I will. I can figure something out.
April, don't be ridiculous. There's no way that I would ever kick you out of the family. I don't care if Demi doesn't help us out with our retirement. Your mom and I have been saving up for our entire adult lives, so we'll be fine. You're my daughter, and you're much more important to me than money will ever be, okay?
Really, Dad?
Yes, now you just leave your sister to me. I'll sort her out.
What do you mean?
Well, I plan on making a little speech at the wedding where I was planning on giving Demi a fairly large sum of money to help get a house or something with. Your mother and I have been saving up for the both of you, but maybe now I'll finally get that ensuite put in. But you don't need to worry about that. You just make sure that you're okay. I'll sort everything else out.
Thank you, Dad. I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
What have you done, you witch? How have you turned Brad and our parents against me like that? I can't believe what's just happened.
Huh? Demi? Why are you messaging me? Aren't you supposed to be celebrating?
Don't act dumb with me. I can't believe what you made Dad do.
I've not made him do anything. Why? What's happened?
Well, we were all enjoying the reception and then it came time for the toasts. I thought that Dad would give a nice little toast, congratulating me and Brad, and then give me a sum of money that I know he has been saving up for this very occasion. Instead, he turned around and said that he was incredibly disappointed in me for how I had turned out as a woman, saying that I was horrible and selfish as I had even kicked you out of the wedding. He also said that I was only marrying Brad for his money.
Well, I mean, it's all true, isn't it?
So what? It was so humiliating. I'd already bragged to all of my friends about how rich I would be, and now I'm not going to have a single dollar.
Why aren't you going to have any money?
Because when Dad said all of that stuff, Brad wasn't too pleased. He had no clue that I'd uninvited you, and he thought that it was an incredibly horrible thing to do. He also didn't like the fact that I was only marrying him for his money. He's decided to annul the marriage and leave me, and it's all your fault.
Actually, no, it isn't. All I did was tell my dad what you had said and done to me. He came up with this idea all himself. You know Dad has always prided himself on his virtues, including his kindness and his loyalty to his family. If someone tries to mess with the people that he loves, then he will make sure that they know not to do that again. Clearly, he felt as if you had forgotten that family comes first, and he wanted to remind you of this lesson. As for Brad leaving, well, it looks like he has had some sense after all.
I can't believe it. You have to talk to Dad and make him fix this mess.
I don't have to do anything. Not until you change your selfish ways.
What?
Yep. Looks like you need to start working on being nicer to people.
Ugh, this is so unfair. I hate you for this.
Uh-huh. Well, you've only got yourself to blame. Goodbye, Demi. After finding out the truth behind why Demi wanted to marry him, Brad called off the wedding and decided to leave her. He didn't want to be with someone who was only with him for his money. Instead, he focused on his business and on expanding it to make it even more successful than it already was. He apologized to me after hearing what my sister had said to me about how he didn't like me. It turned out that Brad actually did like me, and Demi was just jealous and trying to keep me away from him. Because her marriage fell through, Demi was forced to get a job as she had no other way to support herself. She ended up working as a cleaner at a local office building. As for me, I was sad that I had lost my sister, someone who I thought would always be there for me. However, it was the best thing to do to cut her out of my life, as she was a toxic and horrible person who would have done nothing but make my life more difficult. I have since gone on to climb up in my job, and I am actually earning quite a decent amount of money. If Demi had bothered to ask me, she would have learned that I wasn't bothered about her money because I was earning more than enough for myself. However, sometimes people just have to deal with the consequences of their actions. Maybe one day she will apologize and we will be able to start rebuilding our relationship again. But until then, I will continue to live my best life and be happy with what I have and the people around me. After all, money isn't everything.